Did you notice that after episode 50, where we were shown the improved Titan, everyone started talking about his strength, that the Skibidis no longer have a chance and so on? However, few people paid attention to the cannons and their importance. Today you will learn about the history of Cameraman Titan, why it was hidden from us for 27 episodes, and also learn the real reason for the Skibidist attack on the Cameraman lab. Plus, you won't believe it, I've solved the mystery of Plunger and why he's not afraid of anything. To answer all of the above questions, we first need to understand the chronology and logic of the Skibidist's actions. After all, they've never gone this far before. This attack on the lab was planned right after the TV Man Titan Changer left. The Skibidists realized that without the TV Man Titan Changer, the Cameramen are essentially helpless. This is reinforced by the fact that the Skibidists have a Speaker Man Titan under their control. In other words, the Cameramen are left with only Plunger, special units like TV Woman who rescued the remaining agents, and of course Cameraman Titan, who was not taken out of the hangar, not only because he was improved, but because the Skibidists have the strongest trump card under their sleeve. I am of course talking about the parasite, which can infect even Titans. That's why all the past seasons, the scientists of the Skibidists have been improving and making more and more powerful his fighters. However, after episode 49, everything changed. In this series we saw in action a new TV Woman, which acted as an improved version of the parasite. Because unlike the technology of toilets, TV Woman does not need to look for the right moment and throw on the head of the parasite. The parasite itself flies to the enemy, and that is no less important returns to the host, which makes this technology a very dangerous weapon. It can infect several opponents at once. Pay attention also to the previous episode, how Season 16 began. We were immediately shown a gun, and that's for a reason. Here we see how at the last moment Plunger heroically escapes from the Angle Grinder Man, but the second Cameraman, it is the one on whose behalf we look at everything that is happening, could not escape. And he is unfortunately cut in half by the Angle Grinder Man. The Skibidist then steals the cannon and goes off into the distance, not noticing that the Plunger managed to escape. The same Plunger who saw the whole thing. Like a real soldier, he went straight to the base to tell the leadership about the news. After all, in fact, they stole a very important technology. Before this we have seen in the series of cannons, but never before Skibidistov managed to steal this cannon. We can assume that the TV Women was created using technology taken from these cannons. So here's the picture. The Skibidists get the cannon and analyze it. Then they see TV Woman, and it's an effective weapon that can infect. And they realize that with this technology, it will be hard for them to compete. And it's already dangerous to create stronger and stronger Skibidists, because they can get infected. So, taking into account all the risks, they decide to attack the laboratory and destroy all the guns and developments to eliminate the possibility of infection. However, their whole plan failed because of Plunger, because he told the leadership what had happened, and his speculation that after getting the cannon, they could potentially attack the base. The cameramen then began to create the defensive fences that we see in this footage, and put the PVOs and other guns out to stop the invasion. However, as we know, this did not stop the Skibidi army, and here lies the secret of Plunger. While others are in shock, not understanding how to stop him, only he knew about all the plans of the leadership, including unleashing Cameraman Titan, which is why only he was not afraid to go straight towards the Skibidi army. Although Plunger has no physical strength, he has a strong fighting spirit and a very good mind, which helped him to anticipate this invasion, and in time to advise the management to launch Titan Cameraman from hibernation mode. Well, we return to the answer to the question of why it took us so long to see the Cameraman. The theory that it took a long time to build is not too similar to the truth. I do not believe that it was in the second of the largest attack they had time to tighten the last nut. It's much more complicated than that, but still, the answer lies on the surface. First of all, have you noticed that agents very rarely have upgrades lately? It seems like Cameraman engineers are purposely not upgrading cameramen in the previous mode. The reason why agent scientists don't upgrade their allies, including keeping their best fighters in the hangar all this time, like the Titan Cameraman, was because they still didn't have a very effective counter to the parasites. Sure, the laser cannon works, but that doesn't stop the operators from getting infected from unknown places. So my idea is that they do upgrade their allies. However, don't risk releasing them. Imagine you created a huge strong fighter, and it was taken over in a second. Since toilets can just jump on them and infect them, one captured upgraded agent is enough for a toilet scientist to study it, and possibly use it for their own purposes, stealing technology and infusing Titan abilities into regular Skibidi fighters. Remember the Titan Speakerman infestation? Remember how many new species have appeared since that series? That's why we've only seen the TV man Titan in combat lately, as he can teleport away at any time, lest God forbid the Skibidists capture another Titan. After losing control of the Titan Speakerman, the agents are very much afraid of a repeat of what happened. But one open question is whether the agents were able to implement an anti-infection system in the upgraded Titan. Improved guns, and their increasing number is certainly good. But to minimize the likelihood of infection, you need either an antivirus system or a teleporter like the Titan. What did we notice in episodes 54, 55? The Cameramen have a new weapon that can paralyze any Skibidi Toilet with a single shot. But as shown in episode 55, this gun has no effect on large Skibidi Toilets. In episode 55, we see how one radioactive Skibidi Toilet wiped out half an army of cameramen. The Skibidi scientist is not standing still, and every time he makes improvements for his fighters. And just like that, if it was not in 55 series Cameraman Titan, the army of cameramen suffered a great defeat. At this point, it would be difficult without Titan Cameraman. Since in 55 series Cameraman Titan lost his gun, which was attached to his left arm, I think in place of this gun will be another gun, and more powerful than the old one, as well as I think that Cameraman Titan will have his own drone, which will follow him. This is roughly how I envision this system. A flying cannon that will move with the Titan, and in case of what immediately kill parasites, or immediately heal at the moment of hitting the parasite. This system will allow the Chamberlains to move even faster. Friends, such theories to do, more difficult than the usual series breakdown. So I hope for your activity in the form of likes and subscriptions, if you like this kind of content. Well, that's it. See you in the next video.